What is going on, everybody? What is going on? The Catch fam. Hope you guys are doing phenomenal today, man. Hope you guys have all had a great weekend. Hope you guys are having a great Sunday, and I hope you guys are ready for another live startup mock draft with rookies for the 2023 Dynasty Fantasy Football season. Super excited to hop into another mock with you guys today. Thank you guys so much for spending part of your day here at the channel and for drafting with me today. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna talk some fantasy football. You guys know what it is. So hit that like button on the way in, hit that subscribe button. Of course, if you guys are new to the channel, hop in the live chat. Let me know what's popping. Let me know how you guys are doing, and let's not waste any time. I know you guys have been waiting over in Discord for this draft, so let's go ahead and kick it off, and let's have some fun tonight, man. So not really any relevant NFL news that we need to go over by my account. Of course, if there's anything that you guys want to bring up, go ahead and throw that in the live chat. But nothing happened yesterday, nothing's happened today, so I think we're good to go there. But nonetheless, let's get to it. So Taylor's in the house. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Hello. I saw that you guys threw together a couple mock drafts on the Discord page earlier. Hope you guys have been having fun, man. Hope you guys have been throwing together some great teams and everything. Of course, you can always post your teams for community review and review from myself on Discord. I have a couple teams from last night's off-air mock that I still need to get to. I literally went to bed right after we finished mocking, and just have not had any time today to get into that. So a couple of you guys asked me, and I will get to that at some point later tonight. So, but nonetheless, man, we got all quarterbacks gone for the first 6 picks here. No surprise there, right? Mahomes, Hurts, Allen, Burrow, Herbie, fully loaded, and T-Law's gone at 1.6. Spencer, what's going on, man? Sorry to hear that you're having a bad day at the airport. Hope it gets better for you, man. Hope you get on a flight back home soon. But nonetheless, man, I am happy you're in the mock with us today, my guy. Michael, what's going on, man? Hello. See how many times you sniped me today. How we doing, man? Hope your weekend is going great. Walito, what's up, man? Excited that you're here. Excited to see that you're excited for the draft. Sir Bongsalot, what's up, man? Hello. What's up? Smoking a cat in the house, watching some NCAA action. What's up, man? Always great to have you in the building. How you doing, man? Spence might be stuck in Minneapolis tonight. Wow. That does not sound very fun. I'm sorry. Truly sorry to hear that. Thomas, what's good, bro? Hello. Trying to get some teriyaki DoorDash. Yeah, man, get it going. You're on the clock here. Don't miss your picks while you're getting the DoorDash going, man. But hope you get some good grub for sure, man. So, yeah, appreciate you guys hopping into the mock today. Let me know what topics you guys want to go over. I've got the poll running there. Jahmyr Gibbs or Zach Charbonnet. Which running back are you guys going after in your startup mock drafts? Besides Bijan Robinson coming out of this rookie mock, or excuse me, this rookie draft class, there's so much depth. And so many other guys we could talk about in later points as well. Michael says he's the snipe sheriff. 100%, man. 100%. All right, into the second round we go, guys. I'm going to try and switch it up a little bit today. We'll see what happens. And I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I keep taking Burrow at 4. I mean, Mahomes, Hurts, Allen are off the board. Okay, I'm going Burrow at 4. Like, that's not going to change, right? The only way it would change is if Burrow got taken with the first 3 selections, you know? And then I'm getting Allen, Hurts, or Mahomes. So, feel pretty good there. So yeah, I'm in a good place here. And we'll see what happens. All right, so let's take a look at things here, right? So typically, as we're moving into my second selection, I will be drafting from the 1.4 in League 1. For those of you guys who are in League 1 in terms of the 2 Dynasty Leagues, second league is completely full. By the way, if you guys are in the second league, please hop on Sleeper. There's a poll. It's pinned in the chat and everything. Go vote if you guys want third round reversal or not. I'm going to try and give it another day. Try and get as many votes as possible from you guys. And once that is decided, we'll be able to set the draft order so you guys know where you're drafting from. And then, you know, as we run more of these mocks that do not have a random order, you can try and select your respective spot. I'm also down to run mock drafts where I only send an invite out to League 1 or vice versa. I only send an invite out to League 2. So you guys are guaranteed your spot as well. So let's get on that. I think we had 7 total votes, including myself, last time I checked. So yeah, League 2, hop in there. Let's know what's popping. All right, so we have a lot of skill position players starting to come off the board. JJ and Chase in the first round. But we also see CeeDee Lamb and Bijan gone. Tommy got hit with an auto pick going to the second round with AJ Brown. Then we see Breece Hall, Amon-Ra, CMC Walker, and JT off of the board. Ooh, where do I want to go here, man? Oh, it's just tough. I mean, it's not tough. It's good. There's a couple players I really like right here. Oh, man. I'm going Waddle. I mean, Garrett Wilson's there. Chris Olave's there. That was the tough part, right? Which one of those receivers do I go with? You can't really go wrong, right? Garrett Wilson, age 22, so you get a little bit, you know, more youth, right? Jalen Waddle, age 24. So obviously Wilson going into his second year. Jalen Waddle going into his third season. And then you have Bryce Young sitting there as well, who goes at 2.11 to Spence. And now we see CJ Stroud off the board. So that was my other dilemma. Like, do I take one of those top tier quarterbacks, Devonta Smith, off the board here? And I'm interested to see who goes at the 3.2 as well as the 3.3 here. Chris Olave is gone. So, like, if I had gone Bryce Young at 2.11 and then Olave fell to 3.4, then I would have felt pretty good, right? But the fact that Young and Olave are both off the board, I don't feel too bad. But sitting here at the 3.4, knowing I don't draft again till the 4.10, I'll take a long-term stack here. Give me 2 a time. Regardless, I have to go quarterback. There is the point I was getting at. Just way too long until I draft again to risk it, right? As Anthony Richardson goes at the 3.5. Prescott fell out pretty far to 3.3 today. So for me, it is kind of between Richardson and Tua there. But having Waddle, like I said, I'm going to lock up that long-term stack. And regardless, right, I feel good about Tua right now. And yeah, I like the start to this mock today quite a bit. All right, let's see. Well, Lito, JT or Kenneth Walker? I mean, it's very close between the two. Very close. I mean, it's like crazy. Like going into last season, you know, recency bias, right? It would have been a no-brainer. You know, and I mean, like, that's not really fair because Walker's a rookie, right? So maybe it wouldn't have been a no-brainer, but I would imagine last year JT was going essentially where Bijan Robinson's going, and you know, and maybe a tad, you know, a hair later, but JT, age 24, going to his 4th season, just still very young, and is coming at a slight discount right now. And I mean, you have JT and Walker in today's draft going at the 2.7, 2.8. Walker, age 22, going into his 2nd season. I mean, you know Seattle's going to run the football, right? I'm probably going Walker by a hair. Yeah, probably going Walker. So I know C-Mac was an auto pick for today's draft. But regardless, we've got Bijan, Breece Hall, C-Mac, Walker, JT. Like, I don't mind Walker ahead of Chris McCaffrey or Hall as well. And I mean, I think in some drafts you could argue Walker could go before those guys. But I think Bijan obviously is going to be the first running back off the board. Let's start at mocks. I mean, C-Mac is C-Mac, right? Age 26 going into his 7th season. But he can go anywhere and you can't really argue against it, you know? So I'll say Kenneth Walker by a hair. Henry, what's going on? Hello. Appreciate you hanging out today, man. If you aren't drafting Pollard in the late 2nd, you're putting yourself at a severe disadvantage. Yeah, Pollard has been falling out a little bit later in most startup mocks. And redraft formats, completely agree. I mean, you know, Pollard at the end of the 2nd is a great value. I've been trying to push up his ADP a little bit. I definitely, you know, my early top 10 rankings for the 2023 season in terms of redraft formats, I have Pollard very, very high. and I absolutely love him. I like him quite a bit in dynasty formats as well. Although for me, I'm looking for later round running back value in these startup mock drafts, hashing out the quarterback, receiver, and tight end positions a little bit early. But 100% agree with you, man. I absolutely love Pollard coming into the season. Taylor, I'm still going Waddle over Wilson for now. Yeah, like I said, I mean, that tier is really interesting to me. Very, very, very close overall, right? Waddle, Wilson, Devonta Smith, and Olave, and we usually see Higgins closer. I mean, he went at 4.2 tonight to box in the deck, a really good value. Then we see JSN gone. Christian Watson goes to Tommy at the end of the third, which is also interesting. So this is why you got to mock draft a lot. Mock draft with different people, you know, because when it comes down to individuals' convictions, things are going to be different, right? So I like the way the board looks tonight. A little bit different tonight. Where do I want to go with this next pick? So, yeah. I saw Metcalf on the board, and I was like, I would love Metcalf with this next selection. And, of course, it's Michael. No surprise there. I mean, do I just take Tyreek Hill and go for an absurd overall stack? I don't know. There goes Pitts. I'm on the board. Where do I want to go here? Hill is really hard to pass up. Stephon Diggs sitting here, too, is hard to pass. I mean, I just can't. I have a lot of. I don't know. Who would you guys pick right there? I wanted a kind of veteran receiver to round out the roster, right? Hill or Diggs or Adams. Like, they're all sitting there. And Kupp is sitting there as well. I don't know. I love Tyreek Hill. But now I have, like, you know, if the Dolphins have a bad week, my team's in a bad position. It's not a best ball draft, so the stacks don't hold as much value, right? But yeah, who'd you guys draft right there? Hill, Diggs, Kupp, Adams, rich veteran, kind of in that tier. Do you guys like the best? I mean, I want as much youth as possible here, you know, a good balance, but I like to sprinkle in a veteran kind of early on at their wide receiver position because we are playing 3 wide receivers, and including the super flex spot, we have 3 flex spots as well, which are all eligible for a wide receiver. So Adam sitting here would be really intriguing. I mean, kind of be a win now roster. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go win now tonight. Why not? Why not? Thomas says, I'm high on Christian Watson. Nothing wrong with that, man. Taylor says, I'm high on Christian Watson, but low on Jordan Love. Interesting points there. Yeah, I don't mind Watson at the 3.12, personally. I mean, especially, you know, like you're sitting there beginning of the third. End of the third, beginning of the fourth. You don't draft again until 5.12. Like, Watson's not going to be around. So if you want to go out and get your guy, go out and get him. I don't have a problem with that. Yeah, I almost went DJ Moore over Adams. You know, obviously DJ age 25, Adams age 30. Like, I'm gonna have to round out this roster with hopefully some rookie receiver value. If not, just some young rookies, but. Little sprinkle of win now. Sprinkle of veterans in there for me today. Just switching it up. Why not? Why not? Yeah, I almost went Jared Goff with that last pick. Just lock up my 3 quarterbacks. It's over with. Don't have to worry about it for the rest of the draft. But we're going to switch it up today. But hopefully you can round out this roster at the receiver position with some more youth. We'll see what happens, man. Antonio, what's going on, man? Good to have you in the house. How you doing? Hello, hello. Thank you for hanging out for a bit today. Walito, yes, it is tight end premium. Yes, sir. Yeah, I can definitely see Spence in our real draft going after 2 stud tight ends. I can definitely see that happening. So, going with Hawk and Mandrews, I like it. I like it. Keeping it tense in here today. J-Dubs is in the building. What's up? Jay Speezy's in the building. How we doing, everybody? What's going on, guys? How's everyone doing? How's your weekend going? What'd you guys do today? Anything fun? Appreciate you guys hanging out. Let us know what you guys think about the draft board so far. And let's move into the 6th round, man. All right, so I'm going to go ahead, start to try and think about this next pick. We've got a lot of good veterans sitting on the board at the moment. Henry, Debo, Swifty. See what happens. I don't know what I want to do with this next pick. A lot of good receivers out there still. We'll see what happens. Just trying to build a little bit of a queue. I was going to go for Zach Charbonnet at the 7.4, but he's gone, so I'm not going for him anymore. Christian Kirk was on my radar. I figured you'd take him or Calvin Ridley, Michael, so there you go. Difficult draft with you. It's getting close, man. I might have to ban you from drafting with us. Keep drafting my players, you know, day after day. All right, I'm going to take Jordan Addison here. It's between him and Quentin Johnston. I wanted a rookie receiver, you know. Christian Kirk was going to be hard to pass up, but I'll take a rookie receiver here. Happy with that pick. Addison versus Johnston. I take Quentin Johnston a lot, so thought I'd switch it up a little bit here. But and there goes Johnston off the board to Spence. I love both right now. I mean, there's just it's a great draft class at the position. Cole Kmet, a great pick there at the 6.12 as we move in to the 7th round. All right, you guys are eating up the tight end position, so that's scaring me. I'm going to take a tight end off the board. I'm going to go Evan Ingram here, but there are a lot of players available right now that I like. So I'm going to go ahead and continue just to throw together a quick queue. That way, when I come back around, where did I pick again? At the 8.9, I'm not completely thrown off. I'm aware of who I like and who I don't like. All right. Lots of good receivers out there still. I mean, lots and lots of good receivers. But that's always the case, right? All right, interesting build for me today. Burrow, Tua, Waddle, Hill, Adams, Addison, Ingram. Still going to need to lock up a quarterback at some point. We'll see what happens. Still going to need a little bit of tight end depth. We'll see what happens there as well. All right, into the 7th round we go, ladies and gentlemen. Spence, someone draft Pierce so John can't. When did he go? At 6.5? You know, I do like Pierce quite a bit. But I'm okay with him not being on my team. I'm okay with Charbonnet not being on my team, you know. If I don't land a running back to the 8th, 9th, 10th round, I'm okay. Okay. You look at the left side of the board, 1.1 through 1.4. There's only one running back off the board. You look on the other side of the board, there's quite a few off the board. So, interesting to see the different builds tonight. But, yeah, tight end got wiped out pretty quickly there. I think Spencer caused a little bit of a panic going double tight end early. But we see Kelsey at the 3.7, the first tight end off the board, followed by Kyle Pitts at the 4.8. T-Hawk at 4.11, Mandrews at 5.2, then Kittle, Goddard, Freiermuth, Kmet, Ingram, all gone. Still some good names out there as we move into the end of the 7th and beginning of the 8th round. But nonetheless, like I said, tight ends wiped out pretty quickly. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just... Sorry. There we go. Make myself tiny so you guys can see the full draft board. Let's see. Speezy said our Kirk, so John can't. Yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't have passed Kirk at the 6.9. I probably wouldn't have. Spence, I can say I'm not drafting another tight end. I think I'm good at that. You can always throw in a rookie towards the end, a young guy at the end if you feel like it's the best value on the board, but I'm good at Hawkinson and Andrews too. I know you're salty and Pat Freiermuth and Kmet getting drafted. Yeah, those are my guys. Those are my boys for sure. Thought about taking Kmet. Thanks, man. Thanks, bro. I was kind of eyeing Kmet at the turn there, but I don't know if I would have taken him. I was looking for Pacheco right here at 8.9 who just gets taken off the board, but that's okay. It's okay. Great value for Swift here at the 8.3. Yeah, I mean, Swift is just falling in ADP. I still think he is a player worth taking a shot on, but you just have to find a way to balance out the risk of injury on your roster as well. But you guys know I love my boy, DeAndre Swift, right? All right, so who do I want to pick here? There are a lot of players out here I like. I don't know if I want to take another receiver. We've got 4 receivers. We're in an okay spot. I think I'm going to go running back here. I'm going to go Monty. We'll take the other Lions running back off the board. And hope they don't draft one. Let's see what happens. Who else is currently on the roster? Craig Reynolds, my guy. Craig Reynolds is like, in my opinion, as good as a RB3 or RB2 that you can get. He's a great football player. Kind of a journeyman. Washington, Jacksonville before he was with Detroit. Craig Reynolds is the man. I don't care what anyone says. Those 2 games, 2021, 11 points, 12 points at the end of the season. And I'll never forget him for it. Caused some insane waiver wire panic. All right, into the 9th round we go. A little bit of a run at running backs. Miles Sanders, Monty, Akers, Rashad White. Now A.J. Dillon to start the 9th. There goes J-Love. Spence locking up his boy. We got to watch out for Spence. Being a loyal Packers fan. Won't be surprised if we get see J-Lo on a couple of his builds. All right, I usually don't do this, but I'm going to lock up another running back. I'm going to go Algier. So that's a pretty good start. 4 receivers, young guy in Waddle, rookie in Addison. Flowers off the board. I was keeping a close eye on Flowers here as well. 2 veterans, right? I usually don't necessarily go that route, but 2 veterans at the receiver position, Tyreek Hill and Devontae Adams. I mean, I feel like it's a pretty good blend. We've got plenty of selections left to kind of balance that out. 2 quarterbacks, Burrow and Tua time. 1 tight end. We're going to need some more tight end depth playing in tight end premium league. Lots of tight ends already, gone before we got to Ingram. And now we got 2 running backs. 1 going into his 2nd year, and Monty's going into his 5th year. Correct? Yeah. So, I know the Lions are going to run the football a lot. I don't know. What do you guys think about that tier of running backs right there? Monty, Akers, Rashad White, A.J. Dillon, Algier, and even Miles Sanders, Pacheco. Like, in that kind of tier, who are the guys that you kind of gravitate towards? Michael says, snipe me, shake my head. Who sniped you? Did I snipe you? If I sniped you, I'm going to be happy. In the kindest way possible. Spence, I wanted Dillon. Yeah, Dillon is, to be honest, I thought about Dillon over Monty. You guys know that I really, really like A.J. Dillon. Loved him last offseason as well, but I like him in Dynasty, Age 24 going to his 4th season. I just like A.J. Dillon. But I was expecting him to take a step forward last season. It's not really A.J. Dillon's fault, right? It's just his role within that offense. I was, I don't know, I'm a little bit more queasy, so to speak, But, Monty's in a committee as well, right? So it's very, very close value, I was wondering when Tyler Lockett was going to get selected. I mean, typically, I'm talking about, when I talk about balancing with veterans, Lockett's that veteran receiver I like to get later on. You guys know that. So I just couldn't go with him at 9.4. I needed more youth on this roster with already having Hill and Adams. Just would have been fine for the present, but we got to think down the road, But I love the pick. I love the value of Lockett at 10.1. I'm very surprised because usually in our mocks he goes a little bit higher than his ADP. I'm surprised he didn't get snagged up a little bit earlier. But nonetheless, great pick. Great value for you, Tommy. And even better being that you're a loyal Seahawks fan, right? All right, what do I want to do here, man? Still a lot of good value at receiver. Still a lot of youth at receiver on the board. This is a tough pick for me, man. This might surprise you guys. Running out of time here. There's a lot of players at receiver and running back left that I like. I was running out of time, and I know with one of these two picks, the 10.9 or 11.4, I wanted to take Brock Purdy, so I'll just take him off the board. I'll see who falls out to 11.4. I mean, literally, I have 5 players on my queue. They could all be selected, so it might have been a dumb choice, but I'm going to kind of sit back and see what happens here, and whoever falls out to 11.4, I'll roll with, but lots of good players, and Njoku, a really good value there, 10.10. But, yeah, James Conner was the other guy I would have taken there. Would have been a nice, like, veteran piece to add to my running back room. It was really close to going Conner there. I think it's a great pick, Spence. So, we'll see what happens. I'm kind of torn at this next pick as Rondo Moore is off the board and Trey McBride is gone. It's tough here. A lot of good players, a lot of good value rolling around right now. So, Mooney's a good pick. Katz is on the board here. I've still got most of my roster sitting here. There's a couple of like rookie receivers, high end booty sitting here that I was kind of considering. But I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to go with the veteran, give me Allen Lazard. And I'm happy with that pick. So now looking at things right, I mean, my core roster is filled out. I have one bench spot filled. Burrow, Monty, Algier, Waddle, Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, Evan Ingram, Jordan Addison, Allen Lazard, Tua Time, and Purdy. My current roster, including one bench spot. So I've got 9 bench spots, lots of draft left. Essentially, I'm going to need to get some tight end depth, some running back depth. We're at a pretty decent spot with receiver. But being that we're playing 3 receivers, have 2 flex spots in the super flex, I really can't have too many. So let me take a look here. Start to throw together a little bit more of a queue. And then I'll hop right back to the live chat. So this just keeps happening where I'm taking 2 running backs. And I'm happy with Monty and Algier. Like I said, almost went Conner there. But I'm happy with Purdy and Lazard. But I'm probably going to be filling out pretty significantly with younger committee backs as well as rookie running backs at the end of this draft. So we'll see what happens. But I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, throw together the rest of my queue. I'll be right back with you guys. Lots. I mean, there's great value across the board. I felt like last night's off-air Dynasty mock, some pretty good teams from last night as well. All right, so I think I have all my receivers queued up. Greg Dulcich, a great value at the 11.11 there as we wrap up the 11th round and roll into the 12th round with Matthew Staph infection off the board. Yeah, I mean, like, there's still a lot of good value at running back, but it's going to be a little shaky. I don't really mind the shakiness at that particular position. Like, I just truly believe that in our format of tight end premium, super flex, and playing 3 receivers, like receivers, quarterbacks, and tight end is where we have to equate most of that value, you know? All right, Dalton Kincaid's gone. All right, let's see. Kat says Monty hard snipe. My bad, bro. Oh, you went Akers. Oh, that's fine. I was wondering when Dawson Knox was going to go. I think he's a great pick at 12.4. I like Knox as a second tier tight end on rosters. So, all right, let's see. Oh, Michael. Oh, I sniped you with Monty too. Good. Good. All right, Bossman says that tier of running backs we were looking at says White, Dillon, Tyler Algier. That's fair. That's fair. Thomas had to grab him. Yeah, it was phenomenal value for you. Okay, I'm on the board here. I mean, just give me my boy. Whatever. Just give me Kenneth Gainwell. Whatever. I mean, I actually feel pretty happy about that pick. A little bit against ADP, but I really personally don't care. I'm probably going to go receiver with this next pick. If Dawson Knox had fell out here, I'd be happy with Dawson Knox, but tight end tier just took a pretty massive hit, and just the way today's mock has gone in general, the tight end position has really progressed up the board pretty quickly. I love the pick of Hyatt at 12.12. That's a great value. A lot of good players here. I think it's between Cedric Tillman, Booty, and... you know what? I am going to go Cedric Tillman. A lot of upside there. A lot of upside. Get me another young receiver because I need one. I mean, Addison and Tillman makes me feel pretty good. Behind Al Nazard, Adams, Hill, and Waddle. But yeah, like we just need some youth on this roster at the position. I will say, I mean, I like my roster so far tonight, but I'm kind of on the struggle bus when it comes to tight end. I mean, I love me some Evan Ingram, but I'm just kind of sitting here with Ingram, right? So we'll see what happens. All right, Smokey SDSU Final Four. Jeez, this tournament has been crazy. I don't truthfully know who they played, who they beat. So many running backs getting taken when there's 3 receivers, only 2 running backs. Yeah, I mean, you already know my stance on that, Spence. So I'm not really complaining. Spence, rating my team first in case I'm close to catching my flight. Yeah, let me know, man. I will go over your team first. That's fair. Thomas, I bottomed my quarterbacks at the 12. Also didn't mean to pick Singletary, meant to pick Hunt. That's fair. I mean, you're sitting there with Bijan, Gibbs, Stevenson. So I mean, you can take Hunt right now. He's still on the board, right? May have been a blessing and a curse, but Singletary's the curse part, right? I don't know. How do you guys feel about Devin Singletary? Like he's going to see some volume, right? I mean, I'm still on the purist train. Yeah, there you go. You still got your guy. Let's look at quarterbacks for you. Pickett, Rodgers, staph infection. Yeah, I mean, there's still 1 or 2 younger guys that give you some value in Superflex at least that you could add. But I do like Pickett. I mean, you're going to be starting Pickett and Rodgers probably. So how do you feel about that? Bossman keeps sniping me. One in Madison, suspense. Taylor, Box, and Jack and I are similar states of mind so far with the builds. What are you guys up to? Early quarterback. Well, kind of. Hard to see the full board. Oh, they play Creighton. Okay. Well, let's go, Smokey. When are the rest of the games played? I've been keeping up, but obviously not as much as I should be. Yeah, thanks a lot, Spence. Thomas, not great, but I got Thomas to go with Pickett. They're on different teams, though. What do you mean? All right, let's see. Where do I want to go with this pick? I wanted Kate Otten in this draft. I'm not going to lie. Wanted Kate Otten, but oh well. Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of players. Bellinger's a good pick there, too. I'm just going to have a bad tight end room. Like, I've already accepted that for the night. I've already accepted that. I'm going to take Zay Jones. So it puts my receivers with Waddle, Hill, Adams, Addison, Lazard, Tillman, and Jones. I mean, I love that receiver room. I'm glad that we sprinkled those 2 rookies in there, though. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots left here. I need to take another running back. Running back or tight end with this next pick. I mean, that's really all I can do, right? I mean, there's still some decent tight ends out there, but it's like, I may as well just bomb at the position. I think Alec Pierce is a great pick there. He was someone pretty high on my radar here, but I'm just laughing because, like, I'm going to do it. I know it's awful by, like, for so many reasons. It's awful to take Zeke right here. But what it does for this roster, sitting with Monty Algier and Gainwell, very thin at running back, still a lot of rookie running backs available. It gives me some win now potential, right? Like, Zeke on the right team, if I'm in a desperate state of things, I can plug Zeke in and hope for, hopefully, I mean, we don't really know where Zeke's going to go, but like 8 to 10 points on a weekly basis, right? So we'll plug him in for now. I know it's awful long term. I get it. You guys can roast me, but I'll go ahead and take him off the board. Donta Foreman sitting there. If I want another veteran, Leonard Fournette, like I'm still going to roll with Zeke. And there goes Lenny off the board. So go ahead and roast me, whatever. I was thinking about going Eli Mitchell, who just got taken off the board at 15.11. But here we are drafting Zeke. So, like I said, go ahead and roast me. Yeah, I'm going to have to get smart at tight end. We have five spots left. I feel okay about this team so far, actually. Let's see. Cats, how do you feel about Mechie? I love Mechie at his current value. He was on my queue tonight. Someone I was keeping an eye on. 14.10. I think he's certainly worth taking there. Probably would have, if he could have played his rookie season, would have been very productive, regardless of who was throwing the football. So, going to his second season, hopefully, he has a competent quarterback throwing to him. Did him and Young play together in college? Because that would be amazing to see them reunite, Chemistry locked up and everything. So, yeah, I think it's a great value, 100%. Emil Dynasty is stressful, 100%. Hendon Hooker is a nice pick. Yeah, I was keeping an eye on Hooker. I like him there to 12.10, for sure. I'm taking Rashad Penny off the board just because, why not? I mean, I have Gainwell. Why not? There are a couple players right here going into the 17th round that I like. I mean, this is a tough pick for me. I think I'm going to take another running back, though, as Chase Brown's gone. I mean, you've got quite a few rookie running backs. I don't think there's really a wrong selection at this point in the offseason. I'm going to go Dwayne McBride. No, he's like coming off an injury and everything. But there are a couple of those rookie running backs coming off injuries. So, really, I mean, every running back we saw go here in the 17th round, every rookie running back, I should say, I think they're all great values. And still a couple more out there as well. So, that's kind of been a big part of my strategy at the moment. And, like, I don't know how concrete that is because by the time, we're actually drafting after the NFL draft and everything, a lot of these rookie ADPs are going to change based on what respective team they went to, right? So we'll have to see how that kind of evolves through the offseason, as I've been going pretty light at running back and not drafting running back till the 8th, 9th, 10th. Every now and then 7th round. But anyways, let's move into the 18th round. All right, so a lot of tight ends gone. I'm just like I said, I've just accepted my fate at tight end. We'll see what happens. I need to lock that up, though. Tom's, I just grabbed A-Rod because you got Watson, thinking A-Rod is a Packer still. Hey, man, it's all good. It happens. Boss, man, not bad in your situation. Still love Zeke, but I'm a Cowboys fan. I agree. I like I said, I think, especially being able to hit on Rashad Penny and Dwayne McBride and probably one other rookie running back, I'm not too upset with that pick. Sorry, I just got a notification that really confused me. I thought Instagram was telling me that I just started a live video, and I was like, I did not do that. But it was just the way the layout was. Okay, we're good. Oh, where do I want to go here? I mean, I need a tight end. Give me Jelani Woods, I guess. Super athletic, going to his second season. Let's just roll with it. Let's just roll with it. Wow, Hayden Hurst is already gone. He's kind of been that veteran guy I like taking at the end of drafts, if I need one. Age 29, going to his sixth season. Yeah. But he's gonzo. Yeah, like I said, this is a bad... Oh, man, I thought Hull would... I thought he would fall out here. He's a good pick at the 18.10 for sure. For sure. Goes Mitchell. These are the important picks, man. These last 2 or 3 rounds. Man, I'd be leaning so heavy on Evan Ingram. Wow, running back just got decimated. All right, I'm just going to take best player on the board. I'm going to go Curtis Samuel. Odell Beckham is available. Terrace Marshall, Darius Slayton, MVS. There's still plenty of options at the position, but I'm going to take Curtis Samuel. Love him in that 19th round range. Still pretty young. He's 26, going to his 7th season. You have 2 rookie receivers on this team. You got Waddle, so... Yeah, man. I love my receiver room. Especially taking that risk and going with Tyreek Hill and Devontae Adams early on. But I do think that kind of hurt us at tight end. We didn't have as much flexibility early on. Love my quarterback room. I'm fine with the running backs. Tight end is going to be an issue. Like I could end up trading, realistically, if this was a real team. Wow, quarterbacks are gone. I mean, you could take a shot at Duggan, Sam Darnold, or Mike White and cross your fingers. Someone gets hurt, which you should never do. But, yeah. Running backs are pretty dried up. I mean, you got some veterans out there. Jeff Wilson, Raheem Mostart. TDP for the Niners, kind of interesting. Probably not worth it, but interesting. Yeah, running backs are... I mean, Zamir White's out there, right? Jared McKinnon's out there, too. Like, both good dart throw players. Tommy takes Mostart. Mostart, I think, is probably the best pick available, being that he's back with the Dolphins. As is Jeff Wilson, right? But Chase Edmonds out there, kind of interesting. Tampa Bay now. Edmonds is like someone I could see having a role next year for sure. But that's about it. I mean, you guys tell me if there's any running backs out there left that you guys like. But wide receiver, there's always somebody worth taking. But yeah, I mean, we've pretty much dried things up, ladies and gentlemen. Has Chase Brown ever picked Chase Brown? I haven't heard from... I mean, every time I see Chase Brown's name on the board, or, you know, as an available selection, I do think of him, but I haven't heard from him in a minute since the season ended. But I appreciate you calling it out, because I've thought about it too. Derek, what's good, bro? How you doing, my guy? How's your Sunday going? Always appreciate having you in the building, man. What's up? What's up? Jawan Johnson, nice late round grab. Yeah, he was someone I was keeping an eye on. But nonetheless, I'm still ending up with the GOAT and Taysom Hill. Kyron Williams, not sold on Akers yet. Chiron's not too bad of a pick at the end there. I agree. Box and the Jack, what's up? What's up? All right, ladies and gentlemen, so there's your mock draft in the books. Thank you guys so much for drafting with me today. We'll hit some team reviews here, and then we'll wrap it up. As promised, I'll hit Spencer's team first, and then I'll just kind of go down the list here. So thank you guys so much for drafting. Make sure you guys hit that like button, and as I'm going over teams, let me know what you guys think of everyone's teams as well. All right, Spenny, Spency. What we do here, man? Jalen Hurts, Bryce Young, Jordan Love. No pun intended. I love what you did at the quarterback room. Yeah, like I said, I almost went Young at 2.9. A great quarterback room, especially if J-Lo works out here, going to his 4th season. Age 24. I think you're in a really good spot, led by Hurts. So, obviously, someone's going to have to step up out of Young and Love. Since we're playing Superflex, you're going to need someone immediately. But behind Hurts, I think you're in a good spot. You kind of shifted the entire direction of the tight end position for the day, taking T-Hawk at 4.11 and Mandrews at 5.2. Nonetheless, I can't really say anything bad whatsoever about that tight end room. You could have sprinkled in a second-year guy or a rookie somewhere towards the end, but, like, you're fine, right? Tight end premium, you're in a good spot here, right? Olave, Quentin Johnston, Ayuk, Mooney, Randall Robinson, DPJ, KJ Osborne. You're kind of missing, like, I don't know. I would have potentially thought about sprinkling in, like, a stud veteran, just one. But I think you got great late-round value at the wide receiver position. Like, you know, everyone from Quentin Johnston to KJ Osborne, I love where you got them. But you're really leaning heavy on Olave and Ayuk here. Don't get me wrong, great value. I just, you know, if you could have sprinkled in, like, that's probably where the double tight end thing hurts you slightly. But, you know, if Quentin Johnston really works out, right? If Ayuk, you know, takes a bigger step forward within that offense, I mean, he's been fine the last 2 years, but you know what I mean, you know, then you're in a good spot. But that's all I would consider there. I still think you got great receivers throughout the draft, man. Running backs, we got Rashad White, James Conner, Bigsby, C.H., Zonovan Knight, Warren, Ibrahim, Edmonds. Once again, good running back value. I don't put as much stock into the running back position. So, like, you're going to start Rashad White and James Conner. You're going to see what happens with the rest of those guys. I still think you got a lot of good names off the board. So, yeah, man, pretty good team. A couple notes there. Well, let me know what you thought about your team as a whole, man. All right, Taylor at the 1.10. We got Watson, Danny Dimes, and Geno. I'm fine with that quarterback room. Really am. I don't really think, like, you could have gone Bryce Young or CJ Stroud. Tua time, Richardson, Prescott, Trey Lance over Watson. Like, those are your options, right? I'm fine with going Watson there. That's fine. But I think Danny Dimes in the 3rd round is great. I think Geno in the 10th round is great. You know? Probably going to be looking for a rookie running back in the coming year or two, rookie quarterback. But I think this is fine coming out of your startup draft, right? Goddard in the 6th is beautiful. Kincaid and Noah Fant, 2 really good tight ends to put behind a guy like Dallas Goedert who you can play right away. So, love that. Jamar Chase, JSN, Scary Terry, Brandon Cooks, Juju, Romeo Dobbs, Shaheed, and Beckham. Good little receiver room here. I mean, you're starting Chase, JSN, and McLaurin. I love Shaheed in the 18th round. Cooks, Juju, Dobbs, all worth taking. Just not my favorite guys. But, you know, I think Cooks will have a bigger role than we've seen the last couple years, obviously, with the Cowboys, hopefully. I hate Juju with the Pats, but, like, I get why you take him here. I mean, he's still going to be the wide receiver 1 for the Pats. So, ultimately, in the 15th or 14th round is a good value. And I think Romeo Dobbs, just with, like, I think everyone's just so, like, infatuated with Christian Watson that Dobbs is kind of getting overlooked. You know, if him and Jordan Love really build the right chemistry, it's a really good pick in the 15th. Someone's got to take Odell. Why not? And I think Shaheed is a wonderful value. Oh, you got Baker on this team, too. I just noticed. So, yeah, man. Quarterback room looks great. Baker, you know, how much value do you get? I don't know. But it's super flex league. You get in a bad position, you can at least plug him in, right? All right, running backs. We got Chubby, Swift, and Jones. Little veteran heavy. Throw in Tajay Spear and Jerome Ford, who I was kind of unaware of. I'm not going to lie. But looks like he's young, and I guess that's all that matters, right? And Hunt's out of there, so. And they don't have, I mean, you have Chubb on this team, so. Yeah, he's in line to be the RB2 right now. We'll see what that changes throughout the offseason. So, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, a couple notes there. Pretty good little squad. How do you feel about it, man? What's up, Boxing the Jack? Good to see you in the chat, man. Michael, what we do, man? I love your receiver room. Oh, my gosh. All right. We got T-Law himself. Carr and Sam Howell. How do you feel about that quarterback room? I mean, obviously, you got 2 running backs early, and you loaded up at receiver. How do you feel about it? I mean, I think it hurt you at the quarterback position, but you're led by T-Law. You're just trying to super flex whoever can match that second spot, right? Mayer, Otten, Bellinger, you went pretty late at tight end 2, so Mayer's got to step up, be a starter for you. But I think Cade Otton's a great value in the 13th. I think Bellinger's a great value in the 14th. Like, you're going to need someone to step up, though. How do you feel about your tight end room? Running backs, though, Walker, Etienne, Cook, Carter, Gray, and Pirine. Good running back room. Can't knock it at all. I mean, you're going to be riding with Walker and Etienne for a minute. Receivers, we got Metcalf, Moore, Kirk, Ridley, and Cooper. It's just stupid. Myers, Boyd, and he did throw in a rookie receiver, which I'm happy about. Jared had a pretty good combine as well, so potentially could be a good late round value. But, I mean, I would like to see a rookie receiver maybe a little bit earlier, but, like, this is a great receiver room. I can't really knock it, you know. I mean, DJ Moore is 25, Ridley's 28, Kirk is 26, Metcalf's 25, Cooper's 28, Myers 26, Boyd is 28. I mean, I just can't knock it. It's still a good room. So, how do you feel about the team, man? You know, took a little bit of hit of value at tight end and quarterback, but everything else looks really good. All right, Boxing Jack, how we do at 1.11? We got Murray, Levis, Jones, and Willis, and Duggan. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you for taking 5 quarterbacks here because you needed to take some shots. Kyler's not going to be ready to start the year. Like, you're starting Mac Jones. And then I don't know if you're going to be starting Will Levis or not, right? Like, I don't know if he's going to be a starter right away. So, you needed the 5 quarterbacks. You're a little hurt at quarterback. You might be trading for one. It would just depend on how the season starts, right? Kittle, Dulcich, Noah Gray is interesting. Noah Gray is interesting there. Ultimately, I think you're in a decent position at tight end. Noah Gray, is it intriguing, but I mean, if you were desperate, you could play him. Every now and then he has a big play, right? Jacobs, Dobbins, Brian Robinson, Acne, Mitchell, Vaughn. I love this running back room. Kind of sporadic selections of running back, and I think you end up with a good running back room, man. Yeah. CeeDee Lamb, Higgins, Dotson, Davis, Gallup, Hardman. So you got hurt a little bit here because you had to take extra quarterbacks. And although you have a good running back room, I mean, just keep in mind we're playing 3 receivers. You're probably, you can flex 2, right? I mean, you can flex running backs 2, that's fine. But you're starting Lamb, Higgins, and Dotson, you know. And then you got Gabe Davis, Gallup, and Hardman. Like, there's just not a lot of consistency between Davis, Gallup, and Hardman. So I would just think about that in terms of depth. So it was an interesting build tonight. Wondering how you feel about it. All right, Walida, what we do today at the 1.5. We got Herbie fully loaded. We got Anthony Richardson. We've got Captain Eat Like That, Kirk Cousins. And we've got Zach Wilson himself. So I'm fine with the quarterback room. You know, you're starting Herbert, you're starting Cousins, and then you see what happens with Richardson. And then, I mean, Zach Wilson is super young. So I'll just leave it at that. Kyle Pitts, Washington, Everett. I'm fine with that tight end room. JT, Javonte, Miles Sanders, Johnson. I mean, lots of youthful running backs here at the end as well. I still haven't tried to pronounce his name, but great value there. Zamir White, still super young. And then Roshan Johnson on Texas. Like, I like the fact that you got those 3 guys at the end. Godwin, Hollywood, Zay Flowers, Tony, Booty, Palmer, MBS. I'm good with this receiver room. A little bit of boomer bust potential between Hollywood and Tony. And I still think Godwin's going to be pretty consistent this year, even with Baker as a starting quarterback. We'll see if that changes throughout the year. But I would have maybe liked... I know you like Hollywood a lot, and I do too. You know, but you just have to admit there's a little bit of injury bug with him, right? And I think he's going to have a good year, but I think there's definitely potential that he starts the year a little bit of a stinker until Kyler's back, because a big part of this production we saw at the beginning of the season was the chemistry with Kyler Murray. So I'll just keep that in mind. But ultimately, I think this is a pretty good squad and good build. How do you feel about it, my dude? All right, Thomas at the 1.12. Don't feel great. We'll see what we did, man. See what we did. All right, we got Pickett, Rodgers, and staph infection. You're starting Pickett and you're starting Rodgers. I don't know how high the ceiling is there. I like Pickett and I like Rodgers, but I like them more as a QB2 or QB3. Stafford is like a big question mark for me right now. I mean, I don't mind that you took him at the 11th round. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe you get a little bit more upside out of Sam Howell or Russell Wilson, but you did need a third quarterback, so that part I don't mind. But yeah, like I said, like you can roll with Pickett and Rodgers. You get a little bit more value at running back and quarterback, or excuse me, running back and receiver. And I know AJ Brown, you got auto pick, so maybe you're thinking about a quarterback there. So is what it is. Interesting build though, like for practice to see if you don't go QB till the 5th, what does your team kind of look like? You know, if you do adhere to those skill positions early on, right? Schultz and Gesicki, Dewan Johnson, you know, for not going tight end to the 7th round, I'm not completely against this tight end room. I'm pretty grossed out about Mike Gesicki on the Patriots with Hunter Henry there. We'll see what happens. So 14th round, I'm not against it though. I would have gone Bellinger or even likely Musgrave. Even Noah Fant I feel better about. But ultimately Schultz, Gesicki, Juwan Johnson's okay, right? Bijan and Gibbs, pretty filthy with Stevenson. Love that start at the position. Singletary, Hunt, Mostert, Patterson are all fine where you took them. AJ Brown, Watson, Michael Thomas, Lockett, Hodgins, Shakir, Timmy Patrick, my guy. I'm fine with this receiver room. You know, yeah, I think it's a pretty well-balanced team. Just have to get the right players to work out here. And no rookies on this team. Try a sprinkle in. Oh, I'm so sorry. Outside of running back. So obviously 2 rookies on this team. I'm sorry. But maybe, you know, just being that you have guys like Lockett, Michael Thomas, Rodgers, Stafford, Singletary, Gesicki, most are 19th. Not really fair to point out. But a lot of veteran-esque players there. So just keep that in mind as well. But running backs, I mean, being led by Bijan, Gibbs, and Stevenson's filthy. So, all right, Cats take over. What do you think at the 1.3? We have the same build. Do we really? Yeah, things do look pretty similar. All right, we got Josh Allen, Prescott. That's beautiful. That's a great start. It's a great start. Hendon Hooker is a nice third quarterback there. Yeah, I'm good at that QB room. Freiermuth and Njoku, and then Kuntz at the end. Yeah. Yeah. He had a great combine. Yeah. Good tight end room. Garrett Wilson, Diggs, Cup. Woo! Treylon Burks, Mike Williams, Mechie, Chark, Dortch. I'm good with that receiver room. Could try to sprinkle in a rookie. I mean, I know you got Burks and Mechie and Wilson all going into their second year, so that kind of helps balance that. But I mean, you're starting Wilson, Diggs, and Cup, which is beautiful, right? I like Mike Williams a lot next year. I like him in redraft. I'm just shaky in Dynasty because of the inconsistency and injuries, right? But in the 9th round, in a 3-receiver league, 2 flexes, great value. Cam Akers, Tucker, Gibson, Harris, Brown, Houle. I mean, running back's a little sketchy, but if these rookie running backs go to the right places, like these are some of my favorite late-round guys, 100%. So... And Tucker was a great value where he got him too. I think Gibson's a good value in the 13th round too. So, like, you're starting Akers and a rookie running back, or Akers and Gibson. Just, like, the ceiling is interesting. Could pay off. But, yeah. I like the team today, man. How do you feel about it? I got you, Spence. I got you, Broski. Boss Man at the 1.1. Mahomes and Stroud and Tannehill. I mean, like, Tannehill in the 16th, whatever. But you're leaning on Mahomes. You can lean on Mahomes, don't get me wrong. You're leaning on Mahomes and you're starting Stroud. So just think about that. Even if you got a Russell Wilson, a Derek Carr, Sam Howell, Jordan Love, just somebody, just in case Stroud does sit behind a quarterback for half of the year or 4 games or whatever, right? I mean, even if he goes to the Panthers, like, Andy Dalton might be the starter just to give Stroud time, you know. Or Stroud could start right away, but just keep it in mind, right? And if he does start right away, might have some rookie struggles too. It's natural, right? Komet McBride, likely. I'm good at that. I think going with Komet against his ADP in 6.12 is fine. I like Komet a lot next year. Devonta Smith, Drake London, Jerry Jeudy, beautiful. Keenan Allen, Rondo Moore, Hyatt was a really good pick for you. Alec Pierce and Thielen. I like this receiver room a lot. Pretty well balanced. Smith going into his 3rd season. For some reason, I was questioning that in my mind. Drake London and Jeudy, like, you got good youth there. Rondo Moore and Hyatt and Alec Pierce help to balance that out. And then why not throw Keenan Allen and Adam Thielen in there to kind of give you some veteran pieces as well. Derrick Henry, AJ Dillon, Madison, McIntosh, Mitchell, Kyron Williams. Yeah, I mean, you're starting Henry and Dillon or Madison. You get some rookies at the end. So that works for me. How do you feel about it, my guy? All right, let's see. Gonna try and catch up here. All right, Klondike's in here. What we do today, bro? All right. We got Fields, Wilson, and Garoppolo. I'm fine with that. Fine with it. Like, you're going to be looking for a young quarterback soon in the coming years, but immediately, whatever, I guess. Like, you're starting Fields, and then you're super flexing Wilson or Garoppolo. Like, yeah, you need some youth behind Fields, but it's okay, I guess. Kelsey, Ertz, Hurst. A little worried about Ertz right now. I don't love him. Like, don't get me wrong. Tight end premium, you get in the 15th round, whatever. But he's age 32, going into his 11th season, coming off of a major injury. So I think Hurst is the better value of the two, because Hurst is going to start for the Panthers right away, right? But at the end of the day, you got Kelsey. Who cares? If I draft Kelsey, I will say, like, I'm probably taking a big breather at tight end. I'm not going to try and make a power move. And I'm probably going for younger guys like Cade Otton, even Bellinger, and like rookies like Washington, Musgrave, Kincaid, and even younger guys like Dolchich, you know, like just stacking youth behind him. But nonetheless, you got Kelsey, so you're fine for now. C-Mac and Eckler is just stupid with Charbonnet. Oh my God. Mixon and Kamara, Zach Evans, Foreman. Like, I don't know, man. I probably would have just cut it off there. But Foreman and Robinson, why not? I would have just gone receiver and over Foreman and Robinson personally. That running back room is kind of ridiculous. J-Mo, Hopkins, Deontay Johnson, Sky Moore, Claypool, Bell. Yeah, I definitely would have tried to get some more receiver depth in there. And even if it's rookies, like dart throw rookie, just try and get some more depth over those guys. Foreman's fine, especially with like Kamara and arguably Mixon in off-field situations, I guess. Mixon, right? I would have gone receiver there. But, I mean, C-Mac, Eckler, Charbonnet, Evans alone is really, really nice, you know. But having Mixon and Kamara in there, yeah, that's my favorite running back room we've gone over tonight. And it's not even that dynasty friendly outside of Charbonnet, but it's in Evans, but it's like, it's just nice. So yeah, I would have tried to get more receivers at the end, and the Zach Ertz a little bit questionable to me. But ultimately, I like this team. So yeah. All right, let's see. Gray to sign 1 year. If Kelsey's hurt, he's the only tight end handcuff in history. That's fair. Dynasty Life's in the building. What's up, man? How you doing, my guy? Hello, hello, hello. Appreciate you stopping in. What's up, my dude? Feel free to give out some grades and whatnot, some opinions. Of course, if you guys aren't following Dynasty Life, go check him out. Great channel. Runs a lot of live streams. Give you guys great feedback on your Dynasty teams and great Dynasty advice for those of you playing in our Dynasty leagues this year, man. So, what's up, Stevie? All right. Walito, I love my quarterback room with Herbie and Kirk, then Richardson. I do think it's a good QB room. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm going to try and get caught up here. I'm a little bit caught up, actually. JT, Javonte, Miles Sanders are running back the young guys after that as well. Pitts and Washington at tight end. Good enough. Wide receivers are a little thin. So probably trade for a veteran. That's fair. You're not trading for Adams. I'm keeping him. Just kidding. Draft of the afternoon. Gosh, I always try to keep that in my head and I forget. Oh, I don't know. It might be Michael just for that string of receivers. It might be Klondike just for the running back room, man. I felt like it was kind of like, I know I made the title intense, an intense start at mock draft. It was kind of intense in here. Maybe Spencer for pushing the tight end market. I don't know. Who are your guys' favorite squads of the night? And of course, guys, post your teams on Discord. Get some community review going. If Stroud gets picked first overall, he'll start right away. I mean, I could certainly see that happening as well. But you never know. Sometimes I could see Frank Reich like literally starting Dalton for like 4 games. You know when that happens with a rookie quarterback where they're like, we know he's the guy. We're just like, stringing him along almost. Happens all the time. But I could, now more than ever, rookie stepping right away, right? Johnny Edwards, what's up, my guy? Hello, hello, hello. Hope you're doing great, man. Hope everything's good for you and your family. Always appreciate you being in the house. What's up, man? Guys, make sure if you guys are in League 2, the second Dynasty League, please make sure you guys hop on Sleeper. There's a poll. It is pinned. Please vote on if you guys want third round reversal for our draft or not. I do not want to set the order of the draft, obviously, until that is voted upon. So yeah, go do that. Thomas, feel okay about my team outside of QBs, possibly tight ends, solid running backs, young receivers. Dynasty Life going live tonight with roster reviews as well. Go give them a. I don't know. I'm like brain dead today. I don't know what I'm saying. Go check him out. Go check out his stream tonight. Go drop him a sub. Yeah, Bijan, Gibbs, and Stevenson was filthy, man. All right, let's see what I did tonight, then we'll wrap things up here. Yeah, I like. We took the baby to the zoo, and the zoo here is like on top of the biggest mountain in the city, and there's like tons of like you can walk around like trails and like overlook scenery stuff and like hills to go up, and we were there for like an hour and a half like walking, and I don't know, man, it just kicked my butt. So I've been a little brain dead today. I'm not gonna lie. All right, what did I do tonight? Burrow, Tua time, and Purdy. I personally really like that quarterback room. Like I could have gone Richardson at 3.4, which I'm not against. I was very close to going Young or Stroud at 2.9. At the moment, I'm leaning Young. Purdy's my late round guy. Don't write that down. Just forget about that. But I love Purdy as a third quarterback. Where I fumbled tonight was tight end, right? So I went for an additional veteran receiver early, which I usually don't. End up with Hill and Adams before the 6th round. And usually I'd have a tight end somewhere in there. Freiermuth, a Goddard, a Komet. And then I'm getting Ingram a little bit later. But the tight end market was pushed up in today's draft. Thank you so much, Spencer, for that. And I fumbled the bag at tight end. Just, went double running back between the 8th and the 9th round. My tight end room is questionable at best. I mean, I love Evan Ingram. Jelani Woods, super athletic at the Colts, hit on the right quarterback. Could have a big sophomore year. or could just be a tight end who's stuck on the Colts. Taysom Hill is my savior here in the 20th round. So tight ends, not great. Not great. Especially for tight end premium league. And like Kate Otten got picked way before I thought he would. Bellinger did as well. They were good picks for Michael's team. Those are my other like later round. Those are my late round guys. So Michael, thank you per usual for going after my guys. But they made so much sense on your team. I'm happy they ended up on your team. Like even Kincaid in Washington went a hair before I thought they would. And like I had some issues at running back, and there were just receivers available that I liked. I mean, I just not my best draft in terms of tight end. I'd be looking for a young tight end sooner rather than later, and maybe even offloading a draft pick. All right, receivers I absolutely love, though. Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams. Like I said, I usually try to get one veteran receiver in here to keep a little bit of balance. I went for 2 tonight. Hurt the tight end position, but my wide receiver room I love. Still landed Jordan Addison and Tillman, so I get those 2 rookies sprinkled in there. Allen Lazard I love in the 11th round. Zay Jones I love in the 14th round, adding some more veterans, keeping it balanced between those 2 rookie selections. And Curtis Samuel, age 26, going to his 7th season. Love him in the 19th round. All right, you guys know I don't put too much value into the running back position, just being that these leagues are going to be super flex, tight end premium, and we're playing 3 receivers. But you still want to get some value, right? So Monty and Algier in the 8th and 9th round. I love it. Love it. Kenneth Gainwell, that's my boy. Enough said. Hey, it didn't feel great when we picked Zeke, but he's on my team. If I get in a tough position, I'm hoping for 8 to 12 points if I plug him in, right? So I'm okay with that, you know? Rashad Penny fell out tonight. I was kind of surprised. I mean, a lot of you guys have been going after Penny. I love the fact that I got Gainwell and Penny. Like, that's kind of a dream situation for me. So, ideally, I would have gone for one more rookie running back. We got Dwayne McBride, who I love, so I'm happy with that. But we just saw like a tear at rookie running backs. And then I was in the position where it's like, I got to pick up a tight end. So just ended up with McBride. But usually I like an Evan Hull, Ibrahim sprinkled in there, a McIntosh. Sorry, a Chase Brown, Deuce Vaughn. But it is what it is. You know, maybe that's the price I paid for going Zeke and Penny right there. So, and having to get someone at tight end at the end. So, Jelani Woods and Hill sprinkled in there. Listen, I don't hate this team. I really don't. And, you know, let's say I don't go Tyreek Hill right here. I don't go Adams. I don't know who I would have drafted, to be honest. But let's say I don't go Adams. I wasn't going to pick a running back there. It's a little too early for me to go tight end. Really what I should be looking at is if I went with a more youthful guy, maybe a DJ Moore, maybe a J-Mo, then I wouldn't have felt the pressure to go Addison right here, and I could have easily gone Freiermuth. And then going into the 7th, I still could have gone like Calvin Ridley, for example, DeAndre Hopkins, and still shored up another veteran receiver and got in a younger tight end, and then maybe Ingram would have even fell out. So I don't know, woulda, shoulda, coulda. I don't want to beat myself up too much. I have 3 stud receivers to play right away, and one of my quarterbacks who will be in the Superflex is throwing to 2 of them. So I don't know. I feel okay about this team. It's tight end premium. I don't think it's going to kill me that I'm relying on Ingram for one season. I would actually be very happy with this team. I would just be moving for a tight end sooner rather than later. You know, but I don't dislike Jelani Woods. I don't trust Indianapolis Colts players and Washington Commanders players because they always let me down, and those are the 2 teams I rooted for growing up, right? So Curtis Samuel in the 19th, Jelani Woods in the 18th just makes sense, right? Pick one from each team. So ultimately, I like this team a lot. I'm not going to beat myself up too much for it. I think it's a pretty good build. Dynasty Life says he likes Woods. Well, that makes me feel better, man. He's so cheap. Ingram, hopefully they give him a contract. He's not one more year and done with T-Law. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. I'd love to see him there long term, 100%. But at least I have him for the coming year. I mean, it was just with, you know, like that. I mean, Goddard, Freiermuth, and Kmet gone. It's like, I would rather go Ingram than Schultz with the Texans personally. Waller with injury inconsistency. I will say where I kind of missed out on, I will say where I picked Gainwell at 12.9, I was hoping Dawson Knox or Chicken Conquo would fall out there. They did not. And Meyer, Kincaid, and Washington got wiped out, as well as Greg Dulcich and Njoku. Mayer gone as well. So I was close to going Njoku over Purdy. That could have been big for me. I don't think Purdy would have gone off the board at 11.4, but I knew Lazard wouldn't wrap back to me. And I like Lazard as an immediate veteran player as well. So I don't know. There's a lot of close calls on this draft for me, for sure. Thomas John, love your receivers and like your QBs. Could improve your running back room, grab another tight end, but not bad overall. Yeah, I don't know if there's ever a perfect draft, so it was close. Ingram's always had butterfingers, but he's using Stickum now. Wouldn't surprise me. And Njoku's my favorite late round tight end. Says Dynasty Life. Yeah, I do love him in the 10th round. Like, that would have been a great value for sure. For sure. And obviously, like, the Browns are committed to him. You know, he showed decent enough chemistry with Watson. Had one or two big games, week 14 and week 18 at the end of the season with Watson under center. Some stinkers in between. But nonetheless, I agree. Age 26 going to his 7th season, just a good value there for sure. Always been super athletic. Thomas, anyone down to run it back off air? Just finished my teriyaki. Dude, you're making me hungry. Watching the NCAA tournament. You guys can get that set up, obviously, on the mock draft thread on Discord. And I am down to run one, but not till later tonight. So, yeah, man. Maybe I'll give you guys a shout a little bit later on Discord. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap it up for today's stream. Another great startup mock draft in the books for the Dynasty 2023 fantasy football season. So, make sure you guys smash that like button. Check out the links down below. Follow us on Instagram. Join our Discord. It's all free. You guys know what to do, man. Yeah, man. If you guys are new and you tuned in, smash that subscribe button. We mock draft almost every day on the channel. We talk fantasy football almost every day on the channel. So we'd love to have you as part of the community. That'll do it, guys. Hit me up on Discord. Hit me up on Instagram if you all need anything. And that's going to wrap it up, man. So another great mock draft in the books. Thank you guys so much for mock drafting with me. And thank you guys for hanging out, talking fantasy football. Thomas, Taylor, Dynasty Life, Derek, Katz, Johnny Edwards, Emil, Walido, Jay Speezy, Albert, Michael, Klondike, Spencer, Box and the Jack, Smoke at the Cat. And everyone else who stopped by, everyone else who hung out. Thank you guys so much for being here today, spending part of your day here on the channel. And I will talk to you guys soon. Talk to you guys tomorrow. So that'll do it. Smash the like. Check out the links. Subscribe. Whatever. And I'll talk to you guys soon, man. So with that, I will say thank you guys so much for watching and or listening. And remember, you saw it here on The Catch. And peace.